All right, guys, you want to know how the outrigger's doing? Pretty dang good, if I don't say so myself. I think we got the height of it right. It's a bit too gusty for me wanting to set a sail out right now. I really do wish I made it where to go from one side to the other. If I could put it over onto the port side, get on a starboard tack. I got the wind coming from this way, so I get a starboard tack. I could shoot right down these islands and just, my destination's down that way. But right now, the wind's gusty. I want to get over here, relax for a second, and then, yeah, I don't know. Put the sail out, we'll see. All right, guys, so this is the outriggers in the water. But you may notice they're on the wrong side. What's up with that? Well, the wind's coming from that way. I'm trying to make it that way. With them up here, they're pretty much a counterweight on the starboard side. I want to stay on a starboard tack, meaning the wind's coming over the right side. So I wanted it on the lee side, the downwind side, so it shoves into the water. You can see when the boat's sitting here, it's really a good height to end up at. All right, so I'll show you what I actually decided to do here. Is because of the width difference between the boat here and here, makes this one look longer, but in reality both the tubes are now the same length. I've drilled the hole in from the end at the same distance and squared everything up best I could. If you guys need to drill on a piece of round tube like that, take a piece of angle iron, this stuff, lay it on top of the tube, and it gives you a nice edge to be a straight edge down. So that's a handy little tip for you. But yeah, I ended up doing that. And see, this was the original bow. The new bow, I just cut the foam off from right behind here where it ended. I added a joint, added a couple inches of pipe to it, and then heated like I did before and bent this up. Glued the piece back on. That's all the orange foam noodle I have, so the lengths aren't the same. But because I had to move the tube in 4 1/4 of an inch to balance it out, I lost 4 1/4 out of leverage arm, and you know, I want a little extra security. So next time I'm at the hardware store or Wally World, I'm gonna pick up 2 of the bigger diameter noodles, and then I'll cut this off. I haven't figured out how I'll get the centerpiece on yet, but I'll cut this off and go step up to a bigger foam noodle now that I know this works. But yeah, and this I'm excited about. So I could just unclip it, and actually I could just do it with these pins. With the PVC being flexible and all, there's some giveaway. I could actually, if I'm out in the water, I could furl the sail if I needed to. Furl the sail, unclip both ends, drag it around behind me or through me, clip it on the other side, and then get underway on the opposing tack. So that would be pretty handy in general. So I'm pretty excited about this mod. So anyways, that's the outrigger setup in the water. It works pretty dang good. Coming out here, my harbor was on that side, and because the wind's from that way, I was actually able to be on a port tack. And the outrigger worked really good. The bow design worked good. It sits nice in the water. I don't know why it's sitting with the bow out right now versus here, because when it's on the right side of the boat, it sits nice and flat. But I don't know. It's what happens. So anyways, this is Mr. Shackleton the Explorer, and he's ready to go to his next spot. He's like little Magellan. On to the next one. I don't care who we fight if I die on the beaches. You guys did know that what's happened to Magellan, right? That's why everyone's like, oh, we're back in the day when everyone had Magellan GPSs, and then you would hear about people ending up on railroad tracks and stuff. I used to laugh my butt about that because, you know, Magellan never made it around. He was killed because he started a war that he couldn't win. Anyways, yeah, on with the voyage. What are you hacking up? Huh, hairballs? One other quick point I ought to make about this outrigger is I could stand up in the boat with a decent sized wave coming in. Now I want to keep my weight biased to the outrigger side, but even if you do something stupid and kind of go that way, It's got all that leverage arm. It's got to break the suction of the water and then pull the leverage arm over. So it makes it real stable. So if you guys were looking to do like some kayak fishing or something like that, I would go with something like this, because this is a, yeah, outrigger all the way. I'm definitely loving it. Make it quick release. You could, even if you go with some sort of tent pole like I did, or rescabbage something so it extends quick release, make it simple, make it easy to use. A reason why I haven't used it, I actually built this thing a couple weeks ago. This is my first time using it because I didn't want to deal with it. Kayak was fine. But now that we're out camping and carrying all this gear, yeah, it really makes a difference having it on there, especially in this gusty wind desert. Like, look at that wind line right there. And yeah, so yeah, big thumbs up on the outrigger. You guys build one cheap, build one simple, experiment with it like I did, learn from my mistakes, and have fun. All right, I think we're out this time, I think, until I discover something else cool about these outriggers. Anyways, you guys have a good one, have fun. As Great Scott says, stay creative. I can't do a German English accent, but anyways, go check out Great Scott. He's pretty cool.